That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all the known land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C. This, Shot from the Point. My point man and interviewee is the up-and-coming challenger. He is Wavywebsurf, a new fresh face that doesn't have a British accent.
Not at all.
Commentary scene. Yes, we'll be getting into his background, especially from being down south, because I'm as bad as Yankees as it gets, and he's as bad as a Georgia. Well, not a Georgia peach. What do they call you guys down there?
Tommy is like the antithesis of me, because he's from Jersey. I'm from Tennessee. It's like complete polar opposites.
It really is. It really is. But I did live down south for a little bit, so I think I know a little bit about the culture. And my father went to school down south. Thank you, Mr. Irish, for the sub. How come you haven't been subbed, you jerk?
Mr. Irish, he's always around there too.
No, he's a Patreon, for Christ's sakes.
Hey, Tommy, I need to do something for the fans real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
It's your boy, Wavywebsurf here. What's up, guys? I'm glad you're checking out the stream with Tommy here. You know, personally, I've been a fan of Tommy since around the original baited time, so it really is an honor to be here with him. I think he's like a true gatekeeper of commentary, and you know, we're just gonna keep rocking in the free world over here.
What do you mean by gatekeeper? I'm a little interested now. We discussed it a little, but I want to discuss it live. What do you mean by gatekeeper?
I think, Tommy, I think you have the eye for what YouTube consumers want in a new commentator.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I think that's what it is. I think you have a pretty good read on what we want, you know. And I've been a big fan of you for a while, and I've seen you kind of push these names throughout the time that I've been watching you.
Yeah.
So.
Well, God, I wish I would have. Apparently, Nerd City has been following me for over a fucking year, and I only became familiar with him.
So he was the guy that made that video recently about the whole demonetization shit.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is. I didn't like. Well, Nerd, you're kind of part of the commentary community, because I watched some of your back videos, and your stuff was good on Rice Gum as well. I mean, you're all over the place, and
yeah, shout out to Nerd City, man.
I had a chat with Colossal's Crazy Nerd City, and I said to Colossal, I think he's about as good an interviewer as you are, or an editor as you are. So
yeah, that's a big compliment, right?
Yeah, it is. And Colossal agreed that you're on his level. So I mean, I think that is a big compliment. But we got Wavywebsurf, so we'll get Nerd City. We'll work on that one later. I know he's working real hard.
Tommy, you always saying wavery, bro.
Wavery.
It's wavy.
Wavywebsurf.
Wavy.
And Pootie Pie. And
I love that one.
the
That's
other
a
ones.
Classic. That's the
well,
classic.
you know what happened? I started saying it deliberately wrong, and now I can't not say it right.
I have the same problem. A lot of people have issues with reading names. I have the problem of pronouncing. Like in my in my video, you know, the I Am Stone video, I say fucking deboinked instead of debunked. I have debunked these slanderous claims. It's a real struggle out here, man.
Who said? Yeah, the point you said. It's is that a Southern thing? You think?
I think it's just being slightly retarded, but we can call it a Southern thing.
All right, so let's go into your background a little bit. Yeah, you said you're from Tennessee. Did you grow up there? You were there since you were a kid?
Yeah, born and raised, man.
Born and raised. Now, you in the country or in the city? Like, or what you would consider the city?
Well, I'll go ahead and dox myself. I'm like probably about 10 minutes from downtown Nashville.
Oh, okay.
So,
oh, really?
As far as now the situation with the way like small towns work is a little different in the South than up where you're from, Tommy.
Yeah,
because if you're 10 minutes from New York City, you're in a metropolis.
Well, they call us farmers over in New York City.
Yeah. So I mean, as far as like what's outside of my house, you know, it's you got strip malls and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm in the cut, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you know what? Because I live down in I was in Georgia. What the hell is that? Augusta, right? Yeah. And I was expecting some decent. And then the folks are Southern, and the Southern culture rides. it was like Route 1 in New Jersey. I mean, there's like a million highways, there's a million Waffles houses, a million Hooters. Like,
yeah,
it was
we're not
New
out
Jersey
here with fucking wagons
South.
and horses
Yeah,
and shit.
I know,
Like,
I know.
got cars and
but
stuff.
I don't know. I guess I wanted that experience a little more. You know what I mean? I did get it when I went to Alabama.
You gotta, no, Tommy, man. Alabama is like the biggest joke as far as the southern ring. Like, you know, we got Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina. All those
the Alabama guys get goofed on by the other Southerners.
Weird. Like, it smells weird. Like, there's something going on out there. Like, the whole state smells like a fucking landfill.
I canoed the Flint River. You know that? I canoed. No, it was great because we couldn't stop without people handing us beers. They treat soldiers like fucking gold down there. You in the military?
It's part of the culture, man.
Oh,
like,
God, you're in the middle. I couldn't, when I was in Atlanta, and that's a big city, right? I couldn't even buy my own coffee, right? Because in those days, you were allowed to travel with your uniform, right? Or actually, it was encouraged. I couldn't even buy my own coffee. I couldn't sit down. Oh, but it got picked up. Well, who picked it up? No, they said they picked it up, and it was that was really. I mean, it's like, yeah, man, I could buy my own coffee. You know, I'm not that poor.
As far as I've gotten with some paid forward type shit, I was at Chick-fil-A and somebody in front of me paid for my chicken sandwich. So that's about as far as I've gotten with that.
Join the army, you get a free sandwich.
Yeah, man.
So you grew up over there. So you did you catch on to the whole Predator? You know, you guys were in the Stanley Cup final last year. You catch it on the
dude, Tommy, you will not ever be able to fathom the amount of hype we had in Nashville last season.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
You had people who were the biggest hockey haters, 5 years ago, literally.
We're going to win something.
just going on fucking Craigslist, selling their goddamn cars to get some Preds merchandise.
Oh, no joke. It was really crazy.
Dude, the Preds, like, last year, everyone. The thing about Tennessee sports, man, we had in 2000, it was either 2000 or 99, we had the Titans go to the Super Bowl against the Rams.
Gotcha.
And that was our claim to fame. Other than that, all of our sports teams have been complete trash.
Yeah.
So then 10, 15 years later, the Preds are finally bringing some sort of, something to be happy about.
Well, you might have something in the future. Well, I tell you something. I have only watched two. Thank you, Mr. Davis. I've only watched 2 hockey games this year. That's how busy I am with Get to the Point and everything else that I'm doing. I've only had time to. I don't have time to watch it because I'm only able to watch them in the morning, so I can't watch anything. But doing
a great job over there with Get to the Point, by the way.
Oh,
man.
Thank you very much. But I literally don't have time to watch hockey games because I can't be watching hockey and writing and looking stuff up and checking what the news feed did and doing Rip Wilson. I simply don't have time. I have no time. It kind of sucks.
Love Rip Wilson,
I literally, when I did Get to the Point, I gave up hockey and I didn't even realize it till after I did it.
Hey, Tommy, how did you find John Scream, dude?
He had his own channel called Around the Tube News, and I fell in love with he did a story about me, and I'm an egomaniac. And
I love John Scream.
Yeah, I fell in love with John Scares. I fell in love. I was the top though. That was the cool part. I fell in love with. And
he's like the most deadpan motherfucker I've ever seen on this platform.
And now we have his brother. I hired his brother Dan Scream. I
was so confused by that, but I figured it out. It was just a big meme,
Yeah. So
shout out to John Scream, man. I love you, dude.
He does. He does great work for us. He did great. He opened the show. Yeah, he opened the show yesterday. So that's it. Man. Good guy. You grew up down there. You're not exactly like country. But
I wouldn't say so.
No, you're not country. So now I'm getting a better picture.
I don't know how to milk a cow.
So, do you know how to milk a cow?
I don't.
You don't. I don't know.
I don't know how to.
You don't know how to milk a cow.
I can change. Hey, I could change a tire though. Okay.
You can't. Yeah, I could barely do that. So that's why you buy AAA. They come over and fix it for you. You don't get in any trouble.
AAA Auto Insurance. We have you when you're at your lowest point.
Yeah, exactly. I can't change a fucking tire. Don't tell anybody. Okay, we'll be discreet about it.
Well, y'all don't drive over there, really, do you? In Germany now.
Well, I don't anymore. But in New Jersey, you have to have a license to survive. You need.
New Jersey. Yeah, I'm instantly reminded of the Sopranos intro. Where
well, if you know that intro, where it's the oil rigs, it says. Drive safely in that intro. That's exactly where I grew up.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
man.
That's Carteret, New Jersey, but it's connected to Woodbridge, and that's where I grew up. So that literally right off the turnpike is where I grew up. Yeah, no.
I love that word turnpike. We call it interstate down here.
Well, it's like name the turn. Oh, well, there's the parkway too. There's the turnpike and the parkway. and they actually intersect on exit 11.
Because like Turnpike sounds like it's like gritty. Turnpike is gritty.
Oh God, it's like 5-6 lanes. It's huge. I mean, it's
down here.
It's
It's like, yeah, man, you hop on the interstate.
Oh, what road's down there? I forgot. 70, not 70. Yeah, it's 78.
70. Well,
78.
There's a big highway that's Highway 70 that goes from like Nashville to like fucking San Francisco or some shit.
Oh, that's the going out west. I'm not. I take planes out there, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, because you're balling like that.
No, because I don't want to drive through that. I've seen too many horror movies.
Yeah, man, they're all in the South.
They're all in the South. Oh, some creepy guy. My favorite movie one of my favorite movies of all time. Oh God, it was really awful.
Scarecrow?
No, that's actually good though.
The second one is pretty good too.
Deliverance. It's
oh man, that's such a banger, Tommy.
One of my favorite movies of all time. And it's just it's not even like a movie. It's almost like you're a voyeur, because that's hillbilly. That's a whole different ball of wax. That's not even the
Hills
South.
Have Eyes, man.
Yeah, I think that's out in the West. I think it's out in New Mexico. So,
but there's some like redneck hillbilly shit. Like I don't know, like the characters. They're all that one part where the dude's drowning in the fucking outhouse and the shit. God damn.
Well, the thing got me about that was, in the Appalachians, they really do have poverty out there, like in West Virginia, like that. That's like no joke.
Yeah, man. They have that in East Tennessee. East Tennessee, the whole Appalachian culture. There's a lot of these people have never heard of internet. These people have never heard of
I can't imagine
computers.
That.
It's nuts, man.
Really?
It really is.
Are they
there are
nice?
subsections of the population like that.
Are they nice?
Do what?
Are they nice people, or you got to be a little weary of them?
Well, I stay close to Nashville, man. We're
You're like me. I ain't going out there. I'm afraid of the Amish.
Nashville is like the new Las Vegas in a sense.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you're aware of this, man, but like these people who live out west in these very liberal areas have begun to move to Nashville because it's becoming this like artistic music cultural hub.
Good luck. They're going to ruin it for you and raise your taxes.
Well, it's gentrification at its finest. It's like what happened to Chicago.
So you got a bunch of carpetbaggers coming down, screwing everything up from the north.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I live in a part of town where it's still affordable, but like if you want to live within a walking distance of Nashville, you're spending $2,000 a month on a studio.
But see, like I figured, like this is something I don't get about Northerners, right? And I got plenty of complaints about Southerners too, but I don't understand like why you move to a place and like I want to make it like New York. Like why? You just left. Like, why wouldn't you want to make I'm all for Collinsville. Thanks so much. He said, "Fuck the Preds, go Wings." Yeah, they didn't make the playoffs.
Thanks for the 5.
Yeah, thanks for the 5, but they didn't make the playoffs, Collinsville.
but I don't know, man. I think some people come out here because they have the delusion. I mean, no offense, like the Southern delusion that you may have. The Southern delusion of like this is a place where everyone is nice, everyone is very gracious, and for the most part we are. But
I experience that. I experience that.
Yeah, I mean, we do conduct ourselves very differently from what I have seen. I told you in private that I'd recently visited New York, and everyone
different
up there is very. It's like in the South, like it's ingrained in our culture. Like we hold the door open for people.
Sure, man.
Like we say, thanks, man. Simple as that. In the North, it's a little different. But I also understand it because people in the North, they're making money, man. They're hustling. Everyone's hustling.
It's
man.
not that Northerners are rude. It's just that there's certain things that Northerners do that is unacceptable down South. I think that's what it is, and that's what the close. It's not like you would sit down in a bar, somebody would hear your accent, and they might bust your chops, but they bust my chops. Or my dad told me at one time he asked for directions to Atlanta. He says, Yankee, you burned it to the ground. Like that's bull busting. I get that. But
I have nothing but love for honestly any side of the U.S. visiting Nashville because they're nothing but nice to us because they really like the accent. They love the accent. Cool. It's almost
especially
like
on girls.
It's almost like how every other Europeans think that we're cowboys. Who doesn't want to be a cowboy?
Yeah, I want to be a cowboy. Shit, Well, the guy in the cowboy movies, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, not Clint Eastwood, not the bad guy in The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. Well, he's from New Jersey.
I don't know.
I can't. Lee Van Cleef. He was from New Jersey. He's from Somerville, New Jersey. So he wasn't even, he had no experience. He was definitely an actor because he had no experience being a cowboy from Somerville, you know. All right, let's touch on the South thing. But yeah, and I thought I'd have more of a problem down there. I didn't like the Carolinas. I thought they were rude.
I've been to Asheville, North Carolina, which is borderline Tennessee. So
but I love Georgia.
Same, but,
I absolutely love Georgia. I love Atlanta. I loved Augusta. I love the people I met in Alabama. And that's the real heart of the South right there. I really
is.
And I really got the treatment. And it was mostly in Carolina when I lived there. You do get this, and I told you this story offline, but I'll tell you, I had this guy, he's dead now. He's a soldier in the Army, and we used to bust each other's nuts, right? We used because he'd call me Yankee, I'd get into him, I'd tell him he's stupid, and he had a good sense of humor. We were always just ball busting. But we did get into a serious conversation one time, and I said, the only thing, I was like, and I go, the Midwesterners are worse than the Southerners. The only thing that really pisses me off, look, hey guys, fuckheads, I don't carry myself like this all day, all right? I was raised, yes ma'am, no ma'am. That's the way it goes, right? That's what you do. But the problem is, when I say it, it sounds like I'm being insincere. So it's like I'm at the Waffle House, and I said, yeah, I'd like this waffle and a cup of coffee, and yeah, that'd be it. Would you like some strawberries or butter with that right there? Yes, sir. Well, okay then.
Okay then.
I guess we're so simple for you. What did I just do? What did I do fucking wrong? Yes, sir. To them it sounds like, yes, sir, I want it now. That's what it sounds like to them. But I'm just doing what like a guy that's older than you. And I do it in German as well. I use you have to say a different type of you if somebody's older than you or you don't know them or they're elders or something like that. I follow the rules. I do follow the rules. I say yes, sir, and no, sir, and no, man. And they look at you and like, yeah, you're making fun of us, aren't you?
Exactly.
I know what to do. Yeah, but I got to be. That's the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, man.
That's the exception, not the rule. Most of the time, I have more of a problem.
That's the funniest fucking story because I can see your ass out there. And it's funny. Look, Waffle House, man, is like a Southern staple. Like we take that shit to the bank as far as pride goes. Like. Yeah, out west they got that. What is it, Huddle House or some shit?
I never heard of that shit. No.
Yeah, I've been out west. I hear people talking about Denny's. Like Denny's is good.
Denny's up in Jersey.
This is a public service announcement from your boy here. Denny's is fucking trash. The Denny's came out with the milkshake with the fucking bacon in it. Are you guys serious?
I didn't know about that. No.
Yeah, they had a baconator in a milkshake basically. And this shit was like complete fucking AIDS as far as taste was
concerned. Imagine. Did you see what I found today? A popcorn flavored milk.
Oh my God, Tommy.
Dude, I found that shit today. I put that shit on my Twitter account.
I fucking gagged when I saw that. Like,
I don't know what to think.
You Germans are on some crazy shit.
I don't know what that's about. I have no idea. I'm going to be asking my wife. I don't think she knows either. Somebody's like, are you interested in tasting it? I was like, no.
Oh, dude, fuck no.
Well, you know how I found it.
It looked like a fucking muscle milk. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Like, but you know why I'm so fat? Really, it's not even the booze as much. I love chocolate.
At least you admit it, Tommy.
I love chocolate.
I remember
milk.
when you used to deny it.
I didn't. I was denying it when I was only about 210 pounds, though. I've gained a lot since.
I'm pushing 200 myself, but I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
Well, let's get into YouTube. You're a commentator. You've managed to build up 9,000 subs without any outreach from any of the commentary community. And that is, by the way, I only had about 1,000 when I got unbaited, so pat yourself on the back for that. What made you want to get into this? I mean, it's kind of a different. You're competing with a lot of big mouths and a lot of people from England.
Well, I'll give you a brief enough synopsis as I can. So the first YouTube video I ever made, I was a kid. I was in high school still. I was like probably 14 or something.
Do you still have it?
I don't know if you're familiar with the YouTube genre of YouTube poop. Are you familiar with that?
No.
So YouTube poop was a genre that it's very inherent to YouTube. Like it's been around since like 2008, and it's basically you take clips from movies or cartoons or something and remix it and kind of chop it up and make it funny. Like it's almost like it's an art form of editing.
Do you have this video here?
If you join the Wavywebsurf Discord, I might be willing to share it with you.
So maybe we can review it now.
I've always been someone who was intrigued with YouTube in the sense of you can be a complete nobody and people will watch your shit. Yeah, that was something that I've always wanted to do growing up. And, you know, throughout that, I went through high school, went through college. I wasn't active on YouTube. And then in my senior year of college, I became interested in your story, and I also became interested in Baited.
Yeah.
And it was something that I felt, you know, like I could exist within. Like I feel like I could make the same type of content that these commentators are making, because I became interested in YouTube as a platform for discussion of ideas, you know. So I took it upon myself to start making videos, and the main jump start to my little following that I have was back last year in 2015, back in December. I made this video titled "The Evolutionary History of Memes." Yeah. This was a video I made that initially didn't have too many people watching it.
Really?
It was something that, you know, it kind of capped out at like 2,000 subs, 2,000 views, and it kind of flatlined.
Okay.
So, you know, I was proud of it. It is what it is. College got kind of crazy. I fell off YouTube for a bit. And then over the summer of this year, I got back into YouTube and started making these videos that you're probably familiar with, that if you have seen from my channel, that's what I've been making recently.
I've seen about 4 or 5 of your videos in total.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I made this video about this guy who, I don't know if you've heard about him, because he's kind of outside of YouTube drama. His channel was Behind the Meme.
Yes, I do remember that. It was they would go over like all your base are belong to us and the history of it. And stuff like that.
Basic shit. So Behind the Meme was basically chastised by the meme community and also a lot of people from 4chan. I made a video that was basically a defense of the outrage culture surrounding his situation.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't necessarily a defense video. It was a defense of witch hunts on YouTube. And it was a very, I would say, up front, it was like a clown-inspired take on the situation.
Yeah, it's clown hates witch hunts. He hates piling on.
That video got pretty popular. And
how well did you do on it, if you don't mind me asking?
Say again?
How well did that video do?
That video has 100,000 views.
Yeah, see, that's where you got rolling.
Yeah, that video had 100,000 views, and through that YouTube algorithm, it had triggered my Evolution of Memes video to also experience a boost.
Oh,
and that video almost has like 450,000 views.
So you sort of have a quasi grade A under A story in a sense. You walked away from it, came back, and then you noticed, holy shit, I got something moving.
Yeah,
here.
man, it's really weird. I don't understand it. It's some weird YouTube magic, but through prior efforts after that Evolution of Memes video, I began to kind of get this following via just people interested in very level-headed commentary.
Gotcha.
And that's what I would say, you know, something I adapted from you.
Well, that's what I attracted. That's what it's. Well, I'm not level-headed, but that's what I kind of. That's what attracted me to you, because it was a different.
Tommy,
what?
Listen,
I'm not level-headed by any
Tommy. Listen, there's a vast difference. I think your fan base will agree with me.
Yeah.
There is a vast difference of the Tommy of early 2017 than the Tommy that we have now.
No, that's the truth.
I think post Baited,
yes,
you did sort of adapt this like almost Keem like demeanor towards your, like, the way you address certain situations. Like, you were always savage with it. And we talked about it, you swinging fists in every direction.
Yeah. There was some truth
but
in that.
I think now, like, you really have become like the godfather of YouTube drama. Like, I mean,
on the lower level, yeah, maybe.
I think like you really do have a certain. It's probably has something to do with your age, and I understand. I'm a little bit older as far as YouTube commentary goes myself, but you have this sort of wisdom about you that's able to sort of bypass all of the bullshit in these drama situations.
Yeah, I've been out of high school for 23 years. That's why. You know, it's not even that much of a talent. You know. So
basically, to the too long didn't read version of my. Reason why I'm even here is I had a weird YouTube magic glitch where my channel got populated, and I took a lot of influence from Tommy.
Well, thank you.
So,
I appreciate
that.
I've been getting a lot of compliments today. It's a bug out. Well, that's great. You know, I mean, I think what happened to me was, You know, I was angry about Baited being ending.
Me too.
I felt like I was getting the most shit for it. And I had the least amount of power. I talked the least, and I was getting the most shit for it. And not only that, you know, Keem tried to dump it on Clown, which pissed me off because we had gotten pretty close at that point. So yeah, so my thing was, and here's another thing. I used to say this, that like, I know I can hang with these guys. I could, if I got in one of these. This is when I had like fucking 900 subs. I was like, I know I can hang with these guys.
Nobody basically.
Yeah, I know I could out argue them. I know I could hang. But the problem was after Baited ended, that's all I knew. And I asked myself, like, well, do you have anything to offer besides drama? And it took me a while to kind of hone it, and that on top of people's, like, no one expected my audience to be like diehard. No one saw that coming.
No one.
If you look at videos like around that time, and the people that were posting regular, they're all gone. But there was a suspect of they're just like, no, we're riding this out. We're doing it. And then I started feeling sort of obligated. Some of them liked the fact that I was swinging all the time. But I realized
that was a fun time.
Man. I realized
it was a fun time.
I realized after my fight with Cabos that I had to start doing something different, or at least give the. And the other thing is, I don't really have much to prove anymore. You know, I can swing with anybody. You know, and I will. And I will if it comes down to it. I will.
I want to kind of articulate something here that I feel like has probably been said to you before. I think I may have, like, I feel like Dave has probably said this to you. I'm sure he's probably said this to you privately. Yeah. But that's the, I want to make a point here about your role on Baited, like the original Baited. Yeah. And how many people, you know, kind of argue this point that Tommy was worthless on Baited. Yeah. He didn't particularly play a role. I thought the role that you played on Baited was actually executed like geniusly. Like, you know, the laid back, almost serving as a laugh track in the beginning episodes. But then as the series progressed and the storyline sort of unfolded, you began to emerge and formed this antithesis to Keem.
Well, the thing was, here's the thing. I never changed my act on here as far as the personality, but I knew it wouldn't be smart over there. I've said this a million times. I knew it would be stupid.
You had to play your part.
I had to play a role, you know? And you know, I grew up playing sports, and I was in the military. Sometimes you lead, and sometimes you follow, and that was the time to follow. And I did always. Here's another thing that I didn't do: fucking begging Clown to stay because he threatened to quit after every episode.
Like, so Tommy, you're obviously you have a very nuanced understanding of the way podcasting works.
Here's something that I have over Clown and Keem, and they probably both laugh at me. I knew radio; they didn't.
Exactly.
And I knew, and like you have all the problem is we're broadcasting to YouTubers, right? But podcasting doesn't work that way because it's essentially radio. Like everybody's like, I had a guy send me, this is the stats on how much we talk. He actually took an hour or a 40-minute Baited episode and he talked and he said this needs to go up. I was like, no, it doesn't.
This is the statistics, Tommy. Yeah, you've only talked 4.9 seconds during this entire podcast. It's unacceptable.
No, this is no. Okay. You know, I grew up listening to Howard Stern's show, and I miss. Not everybody got to talk all the time, and they certainly didn't get to talk equally, right? I had no problem with that. If I had to be the laugh track and get it. By the way, I'm the one that fucking trapped Leafy. He even admitted it to me. I'm the one that trapped Leafy.
Nailed him.
Yeah, and the other one against the fucking wall.
That fucking fist bump.
Here's another one that I did. Fist bump. Here's another one. I did that. I did my end. I even gave Keem a tip that he didn't hit of. All you have to do whenever you have trouble, you have to ask him, is Nick Cash lying? And he can't say Nick Cash is lying because he said he was sorry and he offered to fucking recompensate him. Why recompensate him if Nick Cash was lying?
Nick Cash. Yeah. Here's the Nick Cash for you guys. Yeah. I paid Leafy $5,000 to support my channel. Just kidding. I actually like Nick Cash.
I do like Nick. He's one of the best Twitter feeds in the pabbit. I do. You trapped Leafy. I trapped Leafy. Quote it. Put it. No, I did. I told Keem to go to the Nick Cash thing, and then you know, I just basically I think I said something to the effect of, if he's so bad, why did you continue? Right? And that it got Leafy kind of floundering. And by the way, Leafy told me privately. He goes, "I knew what you were doing."
Leafy's smarter than people give him credit for.
First of all, he's one of the smartest people I ever met in my life.
I'm actually, you know this from me because you've seen my YouTube, my video about me kind of being very indifferent about YouTube drama recently.
Sure, yeah. And
I really do miss that time.
Oh, me too. I think
as far as, you know, I made the point in my video about YouTube drama for those in Tommy's fan base who aren't familiar with me. I made this video basically kind of discussing how YouTube drama has gotten to this point where it's like a bunch of people who are established names basically shit talking these like normie content creators like Jake Paul and Rice Gum.
Yeah.
Now, when you look back at YouTube drama a few years ago, you had a situation where it was people on equal footing.
Yeah, like Pyrocynical and Keen.
Yeah, I mean, it was like people having sparring matches.
Yeah, I know,
like
it was more fun.
It was fucking awesome because
you know what? You know who warned us? Do you know who warned us about this? Was Nick Cash. He said these guys from Vine are coming and they're gonna make it suck. I
shout out to
say that on a Twitch stream.
For being a fucking visionary. All right, Nick Cash, you're a god.
They're coming.
You really said that.
He said, I think it was in February, right? When we were cool. I think I flipped him like a $50 donation, and he's on his YouTube channel or something, and he was reviewing other people's videos. He doesn't keep these streams up, right? I don't think he does it anymore. And he mentioned Vine closing that was going to have a big impact, and he said, these guys are fucking awful. Right,
he was ahead of the game. On that,
yes, and I remember him saying, "I can't prove it.
Nick, man.
I can't prove it because it was one of those things he deleted." But I remember him saying that word for word. When these Viners come over, it's going to change things dramatically.
It really did, and no one was ready for it, man. I mean, it was obviously a situation. Like Tommy, you're wise. You're an older guy.
I guess.
I consider myself someone who has been through like generations of media and can kind of see patterns. I see a very big similarity to like when Justin Bieber came out compared to Jake Paul.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He left YouTube quick. I don't think Jake has any intention in leaving. You know, ever.
It's like when Justin Bieber first came out, he was originally a Disney star, right? No, actually, I might be wrong. He was somebody who was like universally hated by pretty much everyone in pop culture. Yeah. And similar to Jake Paul, it was a situation where they played off the hate and really made it benefit themselves in the mainstream eye. Because when you think about YouTube commentary, right, we're actually like a very small fraction of what YouTube gives a fuck about.
No, definitely.
And that's one of the biggest flaws with most of these commentary channels on YouTube is they don't understand that we're like a fucking flight risk. We're literally like the biggest flight risk on this fucking website.
No, because you're gonna go where they're gonna go the action. You gotta commentate on something.
So when it comes to like YouTube policy, as far as demonetizing these edgy videos, you know, us cussing and stuff, we're like a penny in the pocket of YouTube. They don't care about us.
No, it's not so much money.
All of these videos that people make, you know, regarding the hypocrisy of YouTube policy and the hypocrisy of YouTube's judgment system, as far as, you know, putting
this was demonetized before we got on, and just to let you know.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It does. I just want to tell you guys, like, I'm not the all-knowing seer, and neither is Tommy. I think we as a community need to understand that, like, we're a fucking fractional audience of YouTube, and they're never going to cater their policy around us. No, they never will, because there's so many people on this platform who are more willing to cater their content around YouTube's policy and around what they want more so than us. So we're never going to get what we truly want from YouTube. You're going to have to somewhat like curb yourself. I mean, it's just the truth. If you want to be monetized,
change is, and if some miracle, Susan Wojcicki gets fired and the person that takes over doesn't believe anything she did, what are the fucking odds of that? No, I mean, you could get somebody worse than Susan. You know,
exactly. It's like I was telling you. I was talking to Tommy in private about this. I saw CNN coverage of this. CNN has been covering these children's channels, you know, like the Spider-Man and Elsa.
Yeah,
where it's like
Kavos is in the chat right now. He covered this shit. He busted a pedophile ring almost a year ago.
I mean, shout out to Kavos for doing that.
That was fucking amazing work.
Hey, Kavos, dude, what do you? I want to know what Kavos' opinion on my boy Willie Mac Show's video on him. Just leave a comment. I'll look at it. But
I don't know. I didn't see that. I've seen that name around though.
No disrespect to Kavos, but yeah, like I mean, like the mainstream media is targeting YouTube right now.
For sure.
And I think a lot of us are completely unaware of the big impact that we're having on YouTube's image as a whole. And it's just like a weird situation because I love the filthy Franks of YouTube. Absolutely. I love the H3H3s. I love the iDubbbz. I love the edgy shit. you know? But we're in this situation where it's like YouTube is the new TV. There's
really
no
is.
arguing it.
No, I
It
don't
is
think there
the
is.
new TV. It is the new cultural zeitgeist of
Yeah,
media.
but the people that haven't come over yet, they see PewDiePie as a Nazi. That's all they need to see. Really? The top guy on YouTube?
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's
they're
how
actually, that's a
sensitive
lot of
it
people,
is.
like, you know, like people wonder all the time, like, why are they so blatantly lying and telling checkable lies? Because the people they're talking to ain't going to check.
Yeah,
and they
man.
know that. They know they're lying. They know they're lying about what's going on. They don't give the whole story. And I think it's because it goes to say what you said before. You like the idea coming on here that any stupid idiot could get attention in an audience. And maybe, and by the way, I had an audience before. Admittedly, it was like 20 or 30 a stream when I was doing hockey. But, you know, it was fun. I liked it. I liked the fact that people wanted to hear what I said. Even at that level, it was great. You know, it made me feel like, you know, like I was doing something. And I think that's the part that they're attacking the most. They want to be the kingmakers. And YouTube probably at some level wants to be the kingmakers, and they can't because they can't control the public.
It's like YouTube wants to be the kingmakers, and everyone in the commentary community wants to be the king slayer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we want to take everybody down.
It's like that's true, and that's the one thing I really love about our community. I don't want to seem
we
like
got a big heavyweight king slayer in the chat now. I mean, he's
yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about Kavos.
Yeah,
but
I mean, he's
I don't
really
want to seem like an Uncle Tom of the commentary community.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, like, as far as monetization wise, as far as being like mainstream relevance wise, like the commentary community is facing a elephant in the room.
You think so?
Like, I really do. I think the lifespan of this community is on you know, final heartbeats.
But I think that has a lot to do with the monetization. You're basically the guys that really grew last year, right? In Leafy's absence were both Kavos,
like Kavos, Wild Spartans,
and Chubbs. Well,
Chubbs.
Look, he had 100,000, but nobody saw the growth.
Fucking Chubbs.
No, nobody saw the growth. Like they had superstardom growth, right?
It really
superstar
did,
growth. All right,
like
we used to see that from up. We basically have the same crew. We basically, with the exception of Kavos. But I mean, and admittedly, and this isn't an insult, Kavos. It's a fact. He had a big connection, and then we have all the same guys we had for the last 2.5 years. And and I really think the biggest reason for that is money. And Kavos has pointed this out himself. Like, once you get demonetized, you're not getting the recommended. Imagine if you only have 10 or 20 subs. You're fucked. You're completely screwed. There's no, and like Kavos can force it too because the 500K, and I can force maybe 1,000 subs an episode because I got 30K. But I mean, you are screwed if you're starting from the bottom. So I really think that's one of the biggest problems. We're not getting any new blood in. We're not giving any different cakes because like the void has been filled, and I think Kavos got in under the bar, like just in time.
Exactly. I think someone like Kavos would be the type of person who is the most at threat by this situation.
I don't think so. He's still killing. He's still killing.
Well, I'm saying, like, as far as demonetization, like, this is just, you know, just my personal message to Kavos. I don't know how the fuck your videos don't get demonetized. I don't know how your videos don't get demonetized.
I think he made like 100K 1 month in this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like Kavos probably knows this himself.
Yeah.
He is sliding under the radar of YouTube.
Really? Are you saying that? I don't know, man. I mean, he's battling with KSI just a month and a half ago.
As far as the iron fist of YouTube monetization goes, there are probably people who are in the game like Kavos who know how to kind of manipulate this system better to not get their videos demonetized. But Tommy, you can't even fucking...
He's going through the same thing we are. I think you're way off, man. What I'm saying is by Kavos getting under the bar, he was the last big you besides Chubbs to actually come up, and the demonetization thing that's going across the board. My point is, once you go into you're not getting the recommendeds. He managed to get it the recommendeds. I don't think he did anything. I think he just got lucky. And he did it at the right time, right thing.
What I don't understand is, I mean, Kavos, by all means, please say something. I don't understand how the fuck you get away with your videos not being demonetized. Like, because I know you
from what I understand, it was propagated. You know, I talked to I Hate Everything. He doesn't get anything demonetized.
Yeah,
he told me that a week ago. He never gets anything.
Because Kavos, I'm fairly sure Kavos
you get a million hits. It doesn't matter if you're demonetized or not. You're getting a lot of money.
Because YouTube's like little bot system, they have a detector for like when you say fuck, like when you say fuck or any I don't know. Cabo's like, no disrespect to you. I watch your videos every now and then. I'm not a like every video subscriber, but I'm pretty sure you do say like fucking shit. So just pass some advice to me. How do you get that past the demonetization?
I don't even know. I don't know what they could do. I think the thing is totally fucking random, and it's either by incompetence.
That's probably true.
Or it's what Nerd City said, or what Nerd City alluded to. Some people are being chosen to earn, and other people are not. And the only question is who is and who isn't, and why.
Hey Tommy, fill me in. So like I've heard you talking about Nerd City a lot. I know he made a video about the statistics about demonetization and how it affects your views. Am I correct?
Yes, they found numbers inside the web code. They found numbers, and they gave the numbers designations, and this is what they thought. But from all the stuff that they compiled, this is the short version. Some people are being chosen to get paid, and some people are not. The only thing to find out is why. When this video got popular, YouTube removed those particular numbers from the code right after that. And they said they took it out. And here's what they said. The video was so good, we just didn't want to cause any confusion. And as Ethan said, and I said, well, tell us what they mean. They didn't do that.
Oh God, no. YouTube. Hey, this is a shout out to
and by the way, I wasn't there was a full month went by. I didn't get one demonetized video as far as the yellow bar thing. I think my shit was already getting demonetized because my money was going down.
Recently, Tommy, it's funny that you mentioned that because my videos initially they got a lot of demonetizations for reasons I don't know, and I assumed it was because I was saying fuck or something. But recently, I've been getting videos demonetized because I've been using these these songs in my videos. Like I've got Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Like you're gonna get demonetized for that.
I think you've been picked.
I don't know. I don't think so, Tommy. I really don't.
Well, according to the numbers in Nerd City, that's what he thinks is going on. They had a certain amount, but now the evidence is gone.
I mean, if you're using an obviously look, okay, so Tommy in the video,
do you really believe? See, I don't believe this is honest on their part. I don't think they give a look. Pepsi is in every goddamn movie theater in the United States. What are they saying in every one of those movies? Fuck, they're showing sex scenes. They don't give a shit about what
Tommy,
the content is.
I will say about like your claim about my shit getting picked. Like kind of like how you said clown shit was getting picked or whatever. I don't think I'm getting picked yet because like the videos that I've had demonetized was the one that I made. I'm not stoned. I think
it's making you paranoid. It's making you paranoid. You don't even know. I don't know. You don't know. The only
I do know. I mean,
nobody knows. That's the point,
dude. I used a very popular song. It was one of those that Peter Tosh song that said I'm wanted.
Yeah, but that's demonetized. That's a copyright claim. That's different.
Well, no, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, it was a copyright claim.
Oh, you really know. You're a newbie. Yeah, you put 9,000 subs together and you didn't know that. I'm impressed.
Well, see, Tommy, the thing is, I have clown syndrome where like I have this complex where I have a full-time job and I don't really care if my videos
I understand. You're not a full-time. So I get it. It was a compliment. You got this far and didn't know this stuff.
This is a message to all of Tommy's subscribers who may have seen my video about me being stoned or whatever. It was a fucking joke. I was not being serious.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a minute. I think you're
stoned. I think you're
stoned right now. You didn't even know you had a copyright claim.
So there was so many people in my comment section that thought I was actually upset about you saying that. And
I know, isn't that weird? You're wrong about Nerd City. He says, for example, there wasn't proof of precedent. No, I understand. He said there wasn't proof, but that's what it led to. That's it's just a matter of closing it. That's the way I understood it. Well, I might have Nerd City on pretty soon. There's no proof of what it's preferential for, but it looked like preferential, right? Well, maybe I got it wrong. All right. Well, thanks for the money anyway. Maybe I fucked it up.
I think I haven't actually seen Nerd City's video.
You got to see his video.
Yeah, I need to check it out.
That's the way I understood it. Maybe I misunderstood it, but that's the way I understood it. It's going someplace and not another. It's just a matter of why. And it may be political. It may not be. And it's like Rag says, he thinks they're just incredibly incompetent. And that's why everybody's getting. They didn't even mean for this to happen at this level. They just fucked it up, which is not impossible.
That's the question you have to ask about YouTube in this day and age. It's like, is it political or is it not political?
Yeah,
it's very ambiguous.
When the head of YouTube starts talking about microaggressions because people interrupt her. Microaggressions mean there's some kind of sexist background to interrupting.
Microaggression. Tommy, dude, you said what was that shit you said? Bill Maher said a microaggression should deserve a micro outrage.
Yeah, I'm micro angry about it.
Oh my God, Bill Maher.
Yeah, the best.
Shout out to Bill Maher for that
best.
piece of wisdom, because
Yes.
that is fucking amazing, man.
All right. Where are you on? Let's go on to some of the issues. Like, where are you on Banks on the whole situation there?
Well, see, this is the one thing that I hoped you wouldn't ask me, because I really have not kept up with Banks's drama.
Just on the surface, like what the surface? Where you?
So I know. Okay, so Banks is like what he owns, like a
he owns a gaming team,
like a esports team.
Yes, he owns a big esports team. Makes
So what's the Tommy? Just tell me, what's the most recent shit that he's been involved in?
Oh, you don't know at all.
No, I don't. I
Oh, man, you should tell me
Tommy. I don't.
You don't know. Well, I just can't go into it because I'm not supposed to comment anymore because I said
I'll talk about Lionmaker. I'll talk about
Defranco.
fucking Boogie. I'll talk about Boogie. I'll
talk about
Franco.
Boogie. Talk about Boogie. I'll put him in the fucking.
So I saw the video that quartering guy made.
Yeah, he's gonna be on tomorrow.
Ooh, shout out to quartering.
Yeah,
it's your boy.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
You know, Boogie has had this reputation about him that he's always been a fence rider. He's always been the middle riding as far as opinions goes. You know, he's never the type of dude that give you a straightforward answer. And especially with the situation with Anita Sarkeesian, where he went on what was that? What was that?
It was
that
a
VidCon?
panel. It was a panel. And
I agree with you, Tommy, because you were the first one to say, like,
wasn't the
Boogie
guy for
was
the
the
job.
worst person to send up there.
But see,
really was.
Billy the Fridge, I'll defend Billy the Fridge because he got in a big fight with me over. Well, it was an argument. It was a
Shout out to Billy the
Billy
Fridge.
Fridge. Okay,
Love your rap
but
music.
he said that he was the right guy because, and I thought this was a pretty good point. He was the right guy because that they would have saw him as not threatening. So you wouldn't have had our voice up there. If there's anybody with any kind of voice and be able to defend themselves and defend Gamergate and defend gamers in general, Boogie, they thought they could run over Boogie. And by the way, I have to point out, Boogie did well on stage. The issue is when he came back, it started sounding like an SJW and saying he's coming from a position of privilege and all this other stuff.
Right. Boogie 298 here, coming at you live through the power of a donut.
Yeah, exactly. And then he basically said he basically backed off because people are furious about his speech. He had done really well on the stage, and I said you blew it. All the progress that you made, you absolutely blew it. Yeah. And his argument is, well, I was just trying to be respectful to her. Well, you know what? I think the shit she says about men is like
it's foul.
It's foul. It's hateful. It's generalizing. I don't know if she should get the benefit of the motherfucking doubt. You know, I think she's like, would you give a white supremacist the benefit of the doubt? I wouldn't. And I think, yes, Anita Sarkeesian belongs in that thing.
Hey, Tommy, if you want a good laugh, and also to everyone in this chat, get on YouTube and look up the Young Turks' reaction to Trump being elected.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
Jesus Christ, that is like it's the what is it? The 5 stages of fucking
yes, the anger, disbelief, denial,
disbelief.
And all that shit.
Oh my God, Cenk is like it's like 46. The guy's like 46% states in favor of Trump, and Cenk is like, are you fucking serious?
You know what the funny thing is? And he changed it. Cenk predicted the victory about 6 months earlier.
Okay, Look, Tommy, me and you are probably going to be the first to say it here. I think you feel the same way about Cenk. I think the Young Turks they deserve a place on YouTube. Sure. I don't think they should be ousted in any way.
I don't think anybody's calling them for be ousted. I mean, in fairness, I mean,
no, dude. There are people who are very. I don't know, man. There's people on YouTube who are very
strong following.
That alt-right kind of.
Well, I don't care about them. I don't care about them like I don't care about Anita Sarkeesian.
I like having the Alex Jones, Cenk antithesis towards each other. I think it's needed.
But fucking Alex is just a nut. He's on the right or the left. He's just crazy.
Alex is just a great meme fountain. Yeah. Everything about Alex Jones is just a meme.
But, Cenk called the damn victory, and he says he could take Pennsylvania, Michigan, and that could be enough. And then he changed his mind after he said grab him by the pussy. Like, that fucking matters.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but going back to Boogie, I
think Boogie, okay, look,
I'm sorry, he's a pander. He's constantly pandering, and he's always doing the good name, and he hides behind his tragedies.
Hey, Tommy, can we talk about Philly D for a second?
Yeah, let's go on Philly D.
you were pretty critical of Philly D, and like I've been following you for a while, and I remember your initial streams when Philly did announce his
I'm
Patreon.
regretting it.
I think Philly D, look, as far as like covering the news, as far as covering YouTube drama, I think Philly D is up there as far as quality wise.
Oh yeah,
but as
doesn't mean he's not ripping everybody off.
Now, as far as what you have been saying, his Patreon crowdfunding situation, this is one of the biggest travesties of YouTube crowdfunding. Like,
why is that?
I don't want to be a social justice warrior.
Why is it? But I think I know where you're going with it.
But like, it really is like, it's like, look, from my own opinion, it's like Wavywebsurf. Hey guys, I'm gonna crowdfund you guys so you can buy me a new mic. All right, I want $1,000 so I can buy the best mic that's available on the fucking market. Okay, gotcha. So then I start this Patreon, and then a year later, I still don't have the mic. I'm still making the fucking videos in front of the goddamn tapestry,
the carpet,
and
it's a goddamn
in front of the carpet, and nothing changes except for like I might have a couple people that I've hired to give me information. I completely understand why someone like you or anyone who has given money to Philly D would be pissed. It's like, I don't understand why he even did the Patreon. Like, do we know?
No, because he won't tell anybody. Thank you so much for the donation.
Sardonic, thank you so much for the 5. Sardonic is a member of mine.
Thank you so much. I hope you like, sub, and share, buddy. No, it's starting to look shadier every day because, I was given the benefit of the doubt, even hiding the amount. I was giving the benefit of the doubt. I actually had a conversation with Colossal today. He was like, you changed everything. I was like, no, I've been getting skeptical for weeks, and I've made comments here and there. I've been getting skeptical as more time's gone on. But, I mean, shit, if I was wrong, I was wrong. I still stand by what I said back on Catch 33. I think he deserved the benefit of the doubt. Well, maybe Keem and Clown knew him a little better than I did. And maybe they knew he was doing something shady because, like, I got to be honest, you playing that welcome message and going through the list of fluff and advertisements, what the fuck are you buying when you're in Defranco Elite? What the fuck? Well, you might talk to him on Discord once. Who cares,
Hey, Tommy, I know you like your host to kind of ask these uncomfortable questions.
Sure.
Recently, I watched your video that you had posted with kind of Clown was talking about anything for views. And I think it was posted like November 14th. It's an older video. In the video, you're kind of talking about Clown and his recent, like vacation that he's been on.
Okay.
And I had somebody in my own Discord kind of ask me if I thought it was shady about Clown leaving Catch 33. Look, I'll tell you personally, I understand the situation.
Sure.
I think I really do have like the nuance to know.
You should have interviewed me.
Look, what can you at least give? I think your viewers would like to know at
about
least
what?
as much as you can disclose.
About
like,
what?
What was the overall vibe as far as between you and Clown with him leaving Catch 33 and going back to Baited?
Well,
Take your time.
I don't know
please.
if I can talk about. Honestly, I'm trying to think what I can talk about when I can't, because I'd like to keep a secret.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave is sweating right now. I think he said this publicly. At this point, I was so fed up with not doing episodes that I really didn't care one way or another. I was only really interested in. I knew it was. I knew Catch 33 was done before July, before I went to the States.
Tommy, I think half the viewer base felt that way.
Yeah, and I think one of the most disappointing things is like nobody gave a shit when it went because it was really good.
I'll give you. I think this is this is controversial. What I'm about to say.
Yes, you're putting me in a bad spot.
This is the people's opinion of Clown.
What? The people?
Are you ready? The people's opinion.
No, it's your opinion. It's not the people.
No, this is the people's opinions. We'll just say that.
Okay, go ahead.
We think that Clown, as far as content-wise, we're talking YouTube videos. Clown's videos are slightly above average.
I would say
what brought Clown to the amount of reverence, the amount of respect that he has garnered in the past few years was that, well, not past few years, but within the past year.
It was Baited and Fousey too. Baited and Fousey
No, listen. Was the stint of time where he appeared on every fucking podcast ever.
Yeah.
And this situation where Clown was on every podcast kind of allowed him the opportunity to really flex his just like untouchable debating skills. Clown is one of the best on YouTube at articulating his points and debating his like what he thinks on YouTube. Now, as far as like his content,
where is the butt? That's what I want to know. Where is the butt? We're running out of time.
I would say, as far as content goes, like Clown isn't the best commentator, in my opinion.
Really?
But
who's better than him?
But as far as like debating, Jesus Christ, Clown is untouchable debate wise.
Okay.
That's what I think.
But, and who's a better commentator than him? I don't know.
Well, it's kind of a tricky question to answer, Tommy, because like a lot of people, you want to judge a YouTube channel about the whole performance, not just the debate skills. Like I would say someone like Pyrocynical is a outstanding example of someone who is a great commentator because he's able to adapt his content based off of what's really popping.
Clown doesn't make content. When Clown makes content, it's like revolutionary, man. I mean, this stuff is. I mean, Pyro makes stuff sometimes twice a week. I think it's like a different. I will
agree with you in a sense because like after
and to be honest with you, as good as Pyro is, and he's the big money maker, and he's a powerhouse, and all the kids want to be like Pyro. Clown has more. Clown has more respect.
Yeah.
Overall.
No disrespect to Clown because Clown is one of those people in the commentary community who really did inspire me to kind of make videos.
Oh, okay.
He gave me.
But what was the but? Like, what do the people think? You kind of left that.
The people think the Clown is overrated. That's what the people think.
Really? I don't
they think.
I don't believe
because
that.
When you listen, Tommy, like recently,
dude, if you go to his goddamn Discord right now, it's like packed full of people, dude. He's not overrated. I mean, he.
Let me explain my point because, like, okay, so. Clown is self-aware. I feel like Clown is self-aware to know this, but there's a lot of people who look at Clown as overrated because there's many people in the commentary community who say Clown is amazing because of his videos. But the true fact behind it is he's great because of his debating skills and his podcast presence. Like in mid 2017, Clown was on every podcast that was fucking available.
Here's the thing. If you're right, I'm detached to it because I'm around the commentary community once, and they worship the ground that he walks on. And I do, and I guess you could put me in that a bit of a dick sucker category myself because I don't think anybody's better.
But how could you be in that position? And listen, how could you be in that position and directly related to his videos, though? I feel like
I can directly relate his video because first of all, he has a unique comedic style. His editing skills are bar none. Everything sounds like a movie or a documentary. It feels like that.
But
other
Tommy,
commentators don't do that.
What about Baited though? Like
Baited helped his popularity, but it didn't change his videos. I think his videos are still amazing.
I guess this is where we disagree because I feel like Baited is what Clown's core fan base became like.
And by the way, I think I'm a better debater than him. I kick you. I'm a much better debater than him.
Look, you and Clown and Keem are both excellent debaters that could probably run me into the fucking dirt any day.
Oh, believe me.
I think as far as Clown's most recent, especially his recent fan base, they're more based off his presence on podcasts and his Twitch stream. That's my opinion.
I don't know. I think, and maybe it's one of those things where it's the critics are in love with them and not the. But I tell you something. He puts a video up tomorrow. It's getting 1 million hits. So and not only that, I think I even thought the video that people liked the least, which was his last one exposed. I thought it was one of his best.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of his best. But
I thought it was
amazing.
I thought it was a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's not a. Well, I don't know. I thought it was more adult, and that's why I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, Tommy, I'm not the type of person that's gonna fucking try to go at war with anybody.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion, your criticisms and stuff.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying. You obviously look. You could be a commentator if you weren't over opinionated.
I'm just saying. I really do enjoy Clown as a person. I think on YouTube he is arguably the best debater. And as far as
I'm better than him. I'm better than him at debating. He's a better video maker. I'm much better than him.
Look, if Tommy debated,
I beat him in an argument on Catch 33 over Phil DeFranco, and I might have been wrong, and I still won. How about that?
I don't know if Clown ever sees this. I don't. You know, you're the type of person.
I'm gonna hear something. Trust me.
You're the type of person, Clown, who is very accepting of outside criticism.
Oh no, he is.
Especially, yeah, and
but
he's very.
He also might come after you and use some of that debating skills or criticism skills. He might use it on you. Get ready.
Well, look, no, I'm telling you, man. Like, my debating skills. That's not the highlight of me on the internet at all. And I completely understand the YouTube is a second hobby type deal.
Yeah, I got it.
Similar to Clown does. I'm just saying, I feel like as far as the actual YouTube videos themselves.
All right, you heard it here. I think we covered it already. I think we
can move on, Tom.
We got to pull a few callers in here. Edgar, you're on the air with Wavywebsurf. What's up? What you got?
I actually want to agree with your guest because
I tell you something.
I think in a sense,
you guys
I think in a sense,
trouble. It's ridiculous because I got a lecture because he was pissing and moaning about my fan base this morning because somebody wrote, which admittedly was kind of dopey. But he's like your fans are the worst because I think his fans are the worst. But go ahead, Edgar.
No. I was referring to the fact that I think Wavy. I think he's correct in the sense that Clown is overrated for what he does. Like, how many videos has he put out? He's put out like less than 20.
I only judge people on their work and stuff. And
no. His work is fantastic, but the following he has is like equal to someone who's made at least hundreds of videos. Someone that's uprooted and grounded up everything he could.
Everybody's saying Clown's
naturally, but
he's not.
Clown is just Clown has done. His fan base has grown by his presence on.
Okay, I love Clown.
Clown has grown his.
Sorry. Go ahead. No, finish up, Edgar.
No, because Clown has grown up his presence through podcasts and special guest appearances.
I see what he's saying.
Nothing about his content really screams. I have a very PewDiePie, he's a hustler.
Yeah.
You can't really, you can argue.
Well, he's not a full-timer. He's not a full-time pro either. He's not doing.
No, of course not. But I'm saying that his fan base is about the size of a full-timer. But
no, it is.
I feel like he is overrated in the sense that people treat him like he is a full-timer, even though he's clearly a part-timer, and he's only grown his presence because of what he's done.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the videos, and I mean, he had about 70 or 80,000 subs when I met him. All right. And I knew he was before that because I saw the stuff he did on TJ, and it's just I don't know where we're getting overrated here. I mean, you might not like when I hear you guys say overrated, I think you're almost frustrated that he's not putting out much content. Which, by the way, everybody is.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
No. But I think when he's overrated, I think people take whatever he say as as base fact that Clown can do no wrong.
That's true. I think
but I mean, I got an argument with him we called in the other day on Ricky Banks. I didn't mean Dave.
Yeah, I don't think Tommy feels that way either.
No, I never let him go on anything. I don't think he's won every argument against me. He certainly has won some. Like I mentioned to Phil DeFranco. I mean, he got slammed by me and Dave in the DeFranco thing.
Oh, so yes, I actually saw that you actually did.
And Keem's beaten him before on Baited.
The fan base is trying. Yes.
So I mean, and Clown's beating Keem. So I think it just goes like a couple different ways. But I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say that, but I got to be honest with you. His and I am a little biased here. His stuff has a special place in my heart because it is so unique and it's so much better.
Me too.
Pyrocynical is really, really good, and he's changed with his style. That was a really good, accurate portrayal of Pyrocynical, by the way. Who's a full-time. He's a talented guy. But when I watch Pyrocynical, he's never gonna follow me on Twitter after I say this. It's like a series. It's like a really good comedy, right? Show that I watch like on every Wednesday night or something like that. When Clown makes a video, it's like fucking It's like fucking Godfather. Star Wars.
It's like a new Star
film.
Wars.
It's like the anticipation. Like I asked my wife to stop the car in the last video because I got a better signal, and she's like, "You're gonna ruin all your data." I don't care. I want to watch this video. So I mean, that's me, the Clown fan. I'm not saying everything is wrong, but as far as overrated, I'll go back to the question I said before: who's better? And if he's overrated,
you're completely right.
Somebody,
you're completely right. But let me at least leave this passing question: The Right Opinion has very good videos, editing wise, visually
Sure.
speaking, and he makes
Shout
very
out to
good
the Right
scripting.
Opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like The Right Opinion is a very, very damn good commentator.
Excellent.
In fact, I feel like in some cases he's better than Clown, but
No.
he outputs way more than Clown. But The Right Opinion only has 1/10 of his fan base.
Well,
now I think that's
Right
because
Opinion-
The Right
he's a friend.
Opinion,
I
well,
can
he
see-
doesn't
I
network
consider
as
him a
much as the
friend.
Clown does.
I don't know if it's network, it's luck. You know,
or luck as well.
It's
but
fucking
like
luck,
I think that's
you
where
know?
you can actually make the argument.
will
Oh well, I
say-
think Clown's a bit overrated because someone like The Right Opinion doesn't have his fan base as big as him.
Okay.
I will say, look, I will say it's like amazing that someone such as Clown, who is so revered, you know, it's like we all love him so much. That's the basis.
I think that's what it comes down to. You're just pissed off that he doesn't put out. You love him so much, but he's overrated, and you're just pissed off that he doesn't put out more videos.
You always care about the ones you love the most, and like Clown, for me
Oh,
personally,
I'm not saying I'm not biased, by the way, and I probably do have a bias that I'm not even conscious of. So
I mean,
I'll
Tommy,
admit
you
that,
had
you
a fucking podcast with him, like
Nah,
goddamn.
yeah, he's good at me. So I mean,
Well,
I'm not
who would
afraid.
have
I'm
thought
not
Tommy
afraid.
C had a bias
Actually,
against
you
friends?
reminded
Who
me
would
of
have thought?
something.
Oh wait, that's everybody else. In the
I have
world.
to make a correction from last show, by the way. Edgar,
know-
thanks for the call because I got to
Go
end
ahead.
this. I got to end this podcast.
I will fuck off.
Thanks,
Enjoy.
bro. I don't have to fuck off, but you can go. You know?
Thanks for your call.
No, thanks. But I will say this. I have to make a quick correction to the audience. I said yesterday that I thought Clown was really soft by accepting YouTube's explanation. He called me this morning and corrected me. And admittedly, it came through the stream, so I didn't see him continue it because I either had to stream or do something at the time. I forget what it was. I think I actually went on Twitch right after that. But Clown wanted to make it abundantly clear that he is still very skeptical of YouTube's statement on Nerd City's video. I just want to make that abundantly clear. I only saw the one tweet. And I don't even think, like, well, you should have searched them all. I don't think it was even available because I don't think he wrote it yet. So I just want to be very clear that Clown is still skeptical, and I didn't see the rest of it. So my criticism is a little invalid, but not for that particular tweet. But he is skeptical like the rest of us. I just wanted to clear
I would
that up,
love
and
to hear what
apologize.
Clown says about it. On to the next caller.
I think he's still skeptical, but I don't know. Maybe it's a cultural thing. He's nice. I mean, I just called bullshit. That's all the Americans did. Bullshit. You know, and Clown was like, well, Clown was like, it's very good
Clown
for you.
is infinitely smarter than me, so I'll let him describe it. Let's go to the next caller.
Well, okay, I had to mix that, so I apologize to the audience because he basically went on. And let's take, I only can take one more call. Let's take Lewis because he drew that. Keemstar nabbed your fucking meme, bro.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was
tried to
actually
help you
planning
out.
to ask you
Yeah.
if I was planning to come in here with a question and be like, well, hey, if you put a ton of work into this project and then Keemstar stole it with no, credit at all, what would you do?
I want to show everybody what he's talking about. Like he, Luvix, he sent me a meme, and he did the commentary wars as the new Star Wars poster.
Yeah.
And it was really
Dude,
good.
that meme is so good. Shout out to my boy Willie Mac Show.
Yes,
Woo!
yes. This I'm gonna put the meme in the chat, or I'm gonna put the meme in here right now. And I loved it. And I give out, although it's not every week, I loved it so much that I gave him Fuckhead of the Week, which you get a follow.
And thank you, Tommy. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Well, you're welcome. I do that from time
Very
to time.
kind of you.
I don't do it every week, or just when I see something really good, because nobody sends me shit every week, so fuck you. But he sends me this. I'll show it to you guys in 1, 2, 3. This really, really cool meme. It's got YouTube Wars. It's fucking really cool. It's got Kavos and Alex and me and Leafy and iDubbbz and it's just
Hey,
great.
Tommy, do you see Willie Mac?
Willie Mac's on it. In there? Is he in there?
No, he is. I put him in there. He's the very smallest. He's right below
Leon Lush. He's right below him.
That's Willie Mac?
Willie Mac. That's Willie Mac.
I don't know Willie
please,
Mac.
Please subscribe to Willie Mac Show.
Okay.
Oh, I love.
Well, let me
him.
tell this
He's awesome.
goddamn story, for Christ's sake.
I'm sorry, Tommy. I'm sorry, Tommy.
I've been really soft on you today, Websurf.
Tommy, you know I love you, man.
Thank you for the $7 donation, Mark. I appreciate it. But so I retweeted it, and I had a problem, and I called out Alex and Wild Spartans for this bullshit too. Nicholas DiOrio had something, and the thing is, they fucking copy it and post it like they either made it or they got it somewhere else or something like that. You know how many followers?
Wait, it
you have
wasn't
on,
just Keemstar?
How many followers you have on Twitter?
Me?
Yeah.
Just 300.
Yeah, he's 300. Like he put the time to make this. Why don't you throw him a bone? Give him some. So I I quoted the tweet, and I said, check it out. It's really funny. You win fuckhead of the week. Keem copies it and pastes it like he fucking made it or something. And I just got so ticked off that he unblocked me again. So I just quoted his tweet, and I said, just check out. I was like, don't nap, bro. Don't. I think I wrote, don't nap.
Yo, Tommy, are you unblocked right now?
Yeah, for now. Probably not after this, but fuck it.
Dude, I know you're trying
hold
to
on. Let me finish the story. I got to start yelling at you. And thankfully, you're up to like 300 or 400, 500 likes now, aren't you?
600.
600. So,
yeah.
So
most I've ever gotten.
I'm sorry, because here's the thing. You were probably due 2,000.
Keemstar's tweet has like nearly 4,000 likes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what a scumbag. You know, you probably could have got 1,000 Twitter followers out of that. So I
suppose I could have.
Yeah, probably could have. But I hate when. And you know what? A lot of the guys in the pictures are the ones that are doing this shit. Yo, if you get a cool meme, fucking retweet it like a normal person. Help somebody out, you jackasses.
Yeah,
you don't
we're
have to
being a fucking
repost it.
asshole.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
All right, Luvix, you have a question for Wavy? Because I got to get the fuck out of here.
Well, I was just going to ask him what he would do in the same situation. I don't know. Would you make a video on him? Would you roast him?
On who? On Keem?
Keemstar.
No, I made a video.
I noticed he does this a lot.
I do a radio
show. I'm surprised that nobody called him out for it during the whole.
I'm not going to do a fucking just because he nabbed a meme.
I will say this before Tommy ends the stream. I have made a video about Keemstar before on the channel. It's called How Keemstar Redeemed Himself.
Yeah, it was a good job. I saw that one. It was good.
Yeah, that was the one. I basically say like Keemstar redeemed himself via baited and you know, sort of associations with Clown and Tommy.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I suppose. I think that had a lot to do with it. I was really surprised that Gamer from Mars just left out baited completely about his redemption.
Yeah, Gamer from Mars. I love Gamer from Mars.
I like him too.
Yeah,
but
well, I'm not gonna say anything else.
I don't know why he didn't bring up baited. You know, and it's not that I had
we'll talk about it privately.
It was kind of like because that look. There's two things that went in. It was months of baited being successful, and Nick Cash spilling the beans. That's how Keem got redeemed. Shout
out to Nick Cash. Can someone please tell Nick Cash this happened because I love Nick Cash and his hoodie selection.
This has been my interview with me. I don't know what I learned about you with my interview with me. All right, Luvix, get the fuck out of here, buddy. I'll talk to you.
Okay, all right.
I think I'm done. All right, you want to check out Wavywebsurf? Check him out in the description box below. He's the first two links. Hey, you still there? An internet connection problem. You probably knocked the goddamn thing out. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Wavywebsurf, getting a little too excited there. Let me get him back if I can. Right after this. Oh, actually, right now. I should have known this. Right now, Dead on Dave.
Hey, Tommy, are we offline?
Yes, we're online. No, we're not. Don't clang up. Hang on there. Relax. Dead on Dave. Hold on. Dead on Dave. He's interviewing Elvis the Alien right now. Links in the description box below. If you want to check out Wavywebsurf, he's in my description box. His Twitter. Follow him on Twitter. He makes really good videos and it's a completely different take. It's not really an aggressive take on things, and it's kind of nice to have an outside take outside of the UK for a change. Wavy, thanks so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tommy.
All right, buddy. Thanks, everybody, for being on there. Hope you like, sub, and share, and all that good stuff. Again, hit that spot. Hit that spot with Wavy. Go check out Dead on Dave with Elvis the Alien. And I'll see you tomorrow with the quartering and Boogie 2988's backstab of one of his friends.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town, the King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe, here's a head.